go live today spontaneously because I was sitting. I just decided to go ahead and go live and have my live day. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing today. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in anyone who's come in already. Um, I am trying up so that I can see the chat. There you go. Click right there. Okay. I can see the live. All right. So let's see. Make sure I am on all messages. Skip to the live. And I hope that my internet is acting properly today. Okay. All right. All right. I don't see any chat going on. So let me go ahead and get started with what I'm going to share with you today. I've come here today because, hey, Motion, hey, come on in and welcome to the live. Thank you for coming. And I'm going to do some stamping today, and I've chose stamp. It's a big one because I wanted to do some background stamping. And I also chose this stamp because it's also a big one to do some background stamping. So, yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm actually going to, I needed some more of these page tabs. I need to make some more page tabs, but I only have, because I only have the colors of blue and yellow. So I want to make some neutral colors. And I have some scraps here, um, leftover for some leftover cardstock. And I've already stamped on some of them. And I'm going to go ahead and try to stamp on these and then get them cut down to this of 2 by 2 and then just get them folded and, into what I want them to be made into. So since I was sitting here working, I just decided to go ahead and turn the camera on so I can, uh, you know, as you call it, film these days, so I can stream while I while I work. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just sitting here working this morning. Yep, I'm not gonna be able to be on the live tomorrow because we have doctor's appointment that we need to attend, and it's going to have us up early in the morning because it is a hospital, a little procedure done in the morning. So hey Joshua, how are you doing? How are you doing today? Joshua says he's number one. Actually, Motion here first. Sorry, Joshua, Motion was here first. Joshua, I'm stamping today, doing some stamping, and I'm going to turn these I'm not doing very background for right now. Using my alphabet stamp. Also, this stamp right here with the flowers on it, I'm using it. Stamping some scrap cardstock over because I'm just making page tabs. Yeah, Joshua, next time. I surprised you today because I usually go live Wednesday at the desk, and I said, well, since I'm going to be working, may as well turn on the camera because I won't be here tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So I may as well capture what I'm doing today. So, yeah, next time you're always early, you're always on time. Such a great supporter. Such a great supporter. I have to get back over there to see how you're doing, catch those bus rides that you're giving us. And I'd love to see you communicating and riding on the bus and showing us your town. I do love that. Okay, that's how this one is looking. I overlapped it a little bit there, but that's okay. No problem. And for this one, I think I'm going to put the alphabet on it again, and I'm using this kind of ink, archival ink, acid-free, permanent, waterproof ink. So when it dries up, it won't smear. So I can come back and put something on top of it and won't have to worry about it smearing. Like if I wanted to put some watercolor or paint on top of it or anything like that, I won't have to worry about it smearing because it's waterproof. Archival ink. So I'm gonna watch my surface is uneven too, stamping on because I have a um, mat up under here and I have to be careful that I'm on that mat or else my stamping will be uneven. And you see that as you can see. I'm just going to turn this upside down because it won't matter. It won't matter not one bit. I'm going to get this piece over here. There you go. I just want it to be all covered. There you have it. It's a little light in that area right there, but it's okay. Hey, Georgia girl. How you doing? Georgia girl, every woman. I'm on a today spontaneously. I usually come on a um, Wednesdays at 10 o'clock, but I won't be here tomorrow, so I decided to just spontaneously come on. And I'm so glad you were able to come and share this time with me. I'm simply working at the desk today, and since I was working, I just turned on to share and stream what I'm doing today. I just did that just to see how it was going to turn out, and I kind of like it. I put the alphabet on top of the flowers, creating these backgrounds so that I could make I'm making some more page tabs. I had made some, and I've used up quite a bit of them, but uh, I only have the colors of blue and yellow. So I decided that I would make some in neutral colors. And I have some neutral color scrap cardstock left over. So I decided to use what I had. I do have more, but I'm going to use this right here today. Might be enough for one session to, get started. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you so very much. I have a baby wipe here, just wiping up the mat. This is just a plastic mat that I got from Timu, rubber mat, and it's good for you for to work on because you can just wipe it off. Then I'm gonna use the same baby wipe, and I'm just gonna wipe off the uh, stamp. So I want to try to keep them as clean, you know. Then I'll wipe off the other one that I used today. Yeah, just wipe those off to try to keep them clean in between uses, not to contaminate the inks. If I come here with another color ink, that I won't contaminate it with this color. And that'll do for now. Let me clean that space up. Okay. My desk is crowded right now because I have a lot of scraps on it. I've been working and not really using the scraps. So I'm going to try to get these scraps up. Okay, so the next thing I want to do with these, let me put these stamps back over here. These wraps, these the ones I want. Nope, that's not what I want. I can't find the ones I want. So I'm not going to fret with that at this very second. I needed to find the smaller step to make a focal point. So, but right now I'm just going to worry about cutting them down. But here's what I have. I have this one where I put the flowers and the alphabet on it, and I really do love that. I like the way that turned out. This one is just only the flowers. And like I said, my surface is kind of uneven, so it made my stamping uneven in places, but it's okay for what I'm using it for. And then this one is just the alphabet. This one is just one alphabet, and this one is just an alphabet. Okay, so I have these right here, and I'm gonna get my cutter. I'm gonna use the small one because like I said, I don't have much space. And I purchased this one from the Dollar General for $5 last year. I purchased this one, and it's just a little small cutter, and it opens up right here to make the measurements come out all the way to um, 12 inches, and then it goes across this way to 9 inches. That way to 9 inches, and this way to 12 inches. So I'm not going to need 12 inches or 9 inches. So I'm only going to use, I'm going to make them the size of 20s, which are 2 by 2. And so I'm going to start with this one. And I'm going to put it in, try to make myself a little bit more room. Me. Okay, let's see. So we're going to put this in. Thank you. And we're going to put it at 2 inches. My 2 inches this way. And then we're going to turn it this way and do 2 inches. 2 inches once, 2 inches twice. And then I have this little piece left over. I'm not going to get rid of it because it could make a small page edge. I could use this as a tab. It'll just be smaller than these. Okay, so I'm not going to get rid of it. And this is what they're looking like right there. Isn't that pretty? And so all I have to do is get my smaller stamp and make a focal point on it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. For instance, for example, on this one, on these, I used this stamp. Let me see. This welcome to, and it was just a little focal point that I added on this side and on that side of the page tab, just to give it a little bit more interest. And I did them also on these yellow ones. I just added a smaller stamp on this side and on that side. And it could be any kind of small stamp that I have. So I'll be choosing a small stamp to go on those later on. But right now, this is what we're working with. Okay, so I'll just continue with this piece, cutting down 2 inches by 2 inches on each one, 2 inches by 2 inches on each one. Okay, and then I'll turn them the other way. I wonder if all these can cut at once. That would save me some time if they could. You know I'm going to try it, right? I'm going to try it. Ooh, that's a hard cut. But did they cut? Yes, they did. They all cut at once. All three of them. So that saved me some time. So let me cut these three again. That saved me quite a bit of time. Let's put it at 2 inches. And we're going to cut it again. Very good. And then we have these pieces left over. And then I have this. And I'm going to put it at 2 inches and cut it. And put it at 2 inches and cut it. So I'm going to keep these little offcuts as well. And those are the 2x2s. And so I just continue doing that as I go. And this is just part of one of the activities, or this is just part of one of the things that has to be done, or that I like to do when I'm building um, ephemera. That's just pieces of materials or building pieces to go inside of my journals, building little materials, little stuffers, just little pieces to go inside of my journals. This is just one of the processes that you have to go through. And this is a part of it that a lot of people don't see when we're making junk journals. A lot of times people don't get to see this part of, you know, what goes into junk journal making. They just get to see the beautiful journal afterwards, or maybe the decorating part, but not the making of the ephemera. So this is just a part of making the ephemera of a junk journal, because the pieces that you put in a junk journal, they're not all store bought. You know, you could buy these pieces already made, but I like mine to be handmade pieces. I like them to be um, original pieces. You know, I just like them to be something that you can't get in a store. And you won't be able to get this in a store. Not these original pieces that I'm making with my hand today. You won't be able to find them anywhere. You won't be able to find these page tabs. You may be able to find a duplicate, or where someone has ran things off in a machine that looks kind of like it, but you won't be able to find these particular ones that are handmade. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm just taking my time, and I'm making page tabs to go in my junk journals. And if you don't know what a junk journal is, I'll share with you, and I'll show you what a junk journal is, at least my version of a junk journal. I'll share with you what that is. It's simply a handmade book made from recycled things, or scraps, or uh, stuff that you would normally, sometimes you would throw away, but you're going to keep it and make something out of it. Like maybe envelopes that come in the mail. Maybe you would throw those out, but for a junk journal, you can keep them and make something out of them. Pockets or tags or something like that that can fit in a junk journal. You kind of make the pieces out of junk. or something that would normally be discarded or thrown away. So, for example, one of the junk journals that I'm working on now is a golden book that was basically an old book that was had been damaged and maybe getting ready to be thrown away or um, so I just gave it another life. This is just one examples of how of a junk journal. And good morning, the Butt Files. How are you this morning? Welcome to the live. I decided to go live this morning spontaneously because I'm not going to be able to go live tomorrow. Tomorrow is my live day. On Wednesdays at 10 o'clock, I go live. But today I'm going live because I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. And we have to be at the doctor early. And so I won't be able to go live tomorrow. Um, ex- Excuse the background noise. That's my daughter. She's talking, having a conversation on the phone. So don't. That's just family getting up in the morning. So it's okay. But this is one of the junk journals that I'm working on now. Uh, this is a golden book, one of the little golden books, remember from back in the day? And I was able to save the spine, original spine of the golden book. The book had a little damage to it, but not much. And it had been was in a bin or something somewhere, and this book was donated to me to my channel, and I got the book and I repurposed the book and I used the cover to make a new book, and I actually took all the paper out and put my own paper inside, put my own signatures in there. It was two signatures in the book, and I put two signatures back in the book. And I actually saved the story. This is where the whoever had the book before, C. Hopper, where they scratched with a pencil, and I don't know if I wanted to erase that out or not. I haven't decided if I wanted to even cover up the name of the person that had the book before. I don't know if I want to cover that up or not. But this is, I repurposed the book. I kept the story intact, but I added other pages inside of the book. And here's the story. You can go through and read the story. You have pages where you can journal about the story, or you don't have to journal about the story. You can journal about anything you want. You can write your scriptures in here. You can make up poems in here. You can write your letters in here, your uh, lists in here, or whatever you want to write inside. I just decorated it, went through and decorated the pages that I added, and I left the storybook intact. I'm going to go back through and add something to these pages as well. I went online and found images of a boy and a tiger and added that to the book. I just went through, it's a junk journal, and added paper pieces and I sewed around some pieces and added those. And so you can use the journal for whatever you want to use it for. And a lot of people like to use them to write their scriptures in and to journal, do their Bible journaling in, and to some just write down personal thoughts in. So whatever you do journaling is a good thing to do. If you draw in your journal, it'll be a good thing to do. So whatever you use your journal for, this is a perfect one to use. And it's just one example of a junk journal. And Yeah, so hi, good morning, Belinda. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, today I am just coming live today, and usually I go live on Wednesdays, but I'm live today because um I won't be here on Wednesday, so I just came live today, and I'm showing examples of junk journals for those who don't know what a junk journal is. I was just showing some examples of junk journals, and so that you'll kind of get have an idea of what I'm doing, and how I'm piecing things together. This is another junk journal that I made, and I made this one for collages so that I could practice my collages. So that's what's inside this journal. And as you can see, I put three signatures inside of it. So a signature is a collection of papers, a bunch of papers. That's one, that's two, that's three. So that's where I sewed the three signatures in by hand. And then I used this cord as a closure just to keep it from gapping open so much. And I made the cover just out of a piece of old cardboard box. And I forgot what kind of box it was, but something came in a box, and I cut it down to make a cover for this little journal. And I like the size of it. I could just fit it in my hand. So I wanted to practice my collaging. So that's why I got this one. Yes, Belinda. Good morning, Aisha. How are you? Welcome to the live. I'm just showing some examples of a junk journal for those who don't know what a junk journal is. I'm just trying to show some examples so that they'll know, you know, why I'm doing what I'm doing with my page edges today, and why I'm making what I'm making. I hope this sheds some light on it. So in this one, this junk journal I made, I just got some papers together, like I said, and folded them up and put them together in here. And then I went through and did just a little bit of decoration, not much decoration, but because I want to Bridget, I'm on live. I'm on live. Okay. She get a little excited. She get a little excited. On the phone. Okay, so I okay. So what I did was I went through on this one. I left it kind of plain, and I was practicing my collages on these pages in here. And I think I got better from the beginning of the book over to some of my later collages were more involved and more cohesive. Um, so I think um, I can show my progress in this book about the improvement of my collages. And I still, when I sit down, when I just want to relax and collage, and so I do go to this book and work in it still, especially when I have little scrap pieces left over that I just want to use up or something like that. I just go and get my glue and my scissors, and I just start putting things down in this book. And So that's another example of a junk journal. And then here's another example. This is the last example I'm going to give of a junk journal, because these are the ones I have sitting right here on my desk. I do have more, but this is what all I'm gonna share. I love this one. This one is so fun. I made this one on a um, uh, retro theme. So I was really um, excited about this one. I was excited about the fact that it was on a retro theme, and I was looking for stuff that reminded me of back in the day, jukebox, peace signs, big telephones, those sort of things. I was really looking for those types of things when I was making this particular journal. And I wanted it to be flamboyant. I wanted it to be out of the box. I wanted it to be extra. So when I was making it, and it makes me smile every time I look at it and I pick it up. I see the skates on the front and the word groovy and the peace signs and memory. It just makes me smile every time I pick it up. And this is one that I just used a lot of lace on, and I decorated it with a lot of flowers and smiley faces and jukeboxes and things that reminded me of whatever I could find, that reminded me of back in the day. Anything that gave me that feeling of retroness, disco was one of the words. Um, so yeah, the colors, all these different colors reminded me of that time of just being peaceful and I don't know what kind of plant that is, so I don't really. It was just a flower, so I don't think that it was some type of plant that people were smoking or anything like that. I think I just got a cute little plant and put right there. There's a bag with all those colors on it. And so what I use this the colors are just fascinating to me. The lime green, the orange, um the red, all those colors, and I just really enjoy this particular book. And what I use it for is I write scriptures in it, and I try to write memory scriptures in it to help me, um, scriptures that I want to memorize in it. Sometimes I write passages in it, and sometimes I just open it up just to look at it, just to just to smile. Sometimes I look at it just to smile. I do. So this is just another example of a junk journal that I have made. So I just use things around the house, and I probably used the cereal box to make the cover of that particular one. So and I just use different things to make these junk journals, and they just make me smile, especially that one. Just makes me smile. Hello, everyone who came in. Hello, Life with Tashiria. Welcome to the live Junk Journaling Magic with Kelsey Jones. Hello, welcome to the live. Brenda Huckabee, welcome. How are you? Welcome to the live. What does it say? Oh, how you crochet a tie. Oh yeah, yeah, I crocheted a chain. Yeah, because that reminded me of the actually someone else crocheted the chain and donated it to my channel, and I used it for that because it reminded me of back in the day. I'm glad you're doing good, Brenda. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I just stopped for a moment of what I was doing just to share the examples of junk journal, j- so that you can know why I was doing what I'm doing, making ephemera for the junk journal, making pieces to go in it. You know, we make pockets and we make tags and we make journaling cards and flowers, and we make things to go inside of there, um, instead of store buying pieces to go in it all the time. We can make our own. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm making page tabs to go in, and these are neutral colors. The ones that I made before are yellow and blue, and I wanted some neutral colors. I've used most of these up already, but then I got into some journals where I wanted to use some neutral colors. So I decided to make neutral colors, and I've already stamped pieces of cardstock using my alphabet stamp and a flower stamp. So now all I'm doing now is just cutting them into 2 by 2 pieces, and that's 20 size um, pieces. And I like the big size page tabs. I like this size for page tabs, even though we can make them smaller. We can have some smaller ones, and I'm using the offcuts for smaller ones. But I'm cutting all of these into 2 by 2 pieces, and then I take the offcuts and I use them as well. But I can take these 2 by 2s and cut them. They don't have to be exactly 2 by 2, you know. They can be around 2 by 2 because that's simply, I'm just going for general size. So I have all of these that I just cut. Okay. Okay. Have all of these that I just cut. And that's all I'm going to cut for this particular stream. And then I have all these offcuts right here. It didn't quite measure up to 2 by 2. They're just the offcut pieces. I'm going to use those as well. I'm going to use these two. And now all I need is a focal point to go on these 20s. A focal point to go on the 20s. And give me just a second because I didn't have one ready. And I don't know why I didn't have one ready. I don't know why I didn't have one ready. Well, Well, I won't use a focal point then since I don't have one ready. How about that? Well, how about me just not using one? I just go on to the next step. Just move on to the next step. Okay, the next step is simply folding them in half. And I just took out my scoreboard. And since they're 2 by 2, I'm just going to put them on the 1 inch score line. And I put a score line about halfway right there. And I'm going to bend them on that score line. And if I had my focal point, I would put one on this side. When I do go and get it, I just don't have it right here with me today. And then I'll put one on that side. And it could be a stamp, or I could put a sticker on there. I could put a sticker on there or a flower, but I just prefer to use another stamp, and I can either use it in the same color ink, or I can use it in black ink or red ink. It doesn't matter what color ink I use it in, but I could just put a stamp right there. It could be the Eiffel Tower, it could be a butterfly or a bee or anything that I would like it to be on there. So that's what I'm doing next, is folding these in half. It is part of the process. I'm going to put these 2 by 2s on here, and I'm going to put a score line in the middle of them, and then just fold them in half. Scoring them. I don't know if you could see me scoring them or not. Put a score line in the middle and fold them in half. That's all I'm doing. Put a score line down the middle and fold them in half. I gotta make sure I'm in the middle. I gotta make sure I'm in the middle because I'm scoring some of them incorrectly. That's because some of them are not cut exactly 2 by 2. They're not cut exactly 2 by 2, so that's throwing me off. And that's all I'm doing right now is folding them in half. And it has to be done. It has to be done. So I'm simply doing what has to be done. Folding them in half. Let me see if I can score 2 at a time. And that'll cut my time down some. If I could score 2 at a time. Yep, I can score 2 at a time. That'll speed my time up. Score them at 2. I know this is a time consuming process, but it has to be done. I have to fold all of these in the middle, and I'm simply putting a score line on them using my scoreboard. And I'm doing them 2 and 3 at a time. Fold them like that in a stack. That's 3 at a time because I just want them to be folded in half neatly. And get them as straight as I can. Almost done with the folding. Thank you all for being so patient. I was just sitting here working today, and I decided to turn the camera on because I won't be here tomorrow for my 10 o'clock live. For my Wednesday 10 o'clock live, I will not be here tomorrow, so I just decided to turn the camera on since I was working anyway. Um, and I sit here a lot of days and I work and I don't turn the camera on. I just sit here and work, don't do a video or stream or anything. And so I just decided today, since I was on, I would just, working, I would just go ahead and turn the camera on because I won't be here tomorrow. Okay, I got a bunch of these done. Bunch of them done. And this is part of what I need. And for what I want, the part I want to do next is to stamp them on each side. I'm not going to ink them. I may do that once I get ready to use them. I may just ink around them at that time. But for right now, I'm not going to ink them. But it is part of the process. It's part of the process. And I know it's a long, tedious process. And when people, there are a lot of people who sell these journals. And sometimes people wonder why they cost so much. It's because they put a lot of work into it. A lot of this background work goes into it. And a lot of times, if they're doing authentic things, they put original pieces in. And a lot of times, people put expensive yarns and laces and things like that in their journals. I don't usually do that because most of the time I just use paper and give mine away. I use lace and stuff in it sometimes, but most of the time, if somebody donated to the channel, I'll use it. And but most of my journals I just give away here on the channel to my subscribers because just to let you know I appreciate you for one, um, for sticking with me and watching and being a part of what I do, and because I I just don't sell anything right now anymore. Um, I used to try to sell stuff, and let me see, I did that wrong. I used to sell, and it's kind of frustrating when you're trying to sell things, and Um, you have people kind of fighting against you because they're not agreeing with what you're selling it for. Selling handmade items is kind of difficult. So I would just rather, at this stage, at this time in my life, I just rather give it away. Bless somebody with it who's blessing me by coming to see me and coming to share time with me. And I appreciate that because I could be sitting here by myself crafting. And, but I turned the camera on and you decided to come and craft with me. So I won't be by myself. So, yeah, I appreciate that. And I do like to show you how much I appreciate it. I do like to share how much I appreciate it. So, yeah, I have some journals that, like, I'll be giving away the one that I showed you earlier, the little golden book journal. I'll be giving that one away. And I have a couple more golden book journals that I'm working on, that I'll be giving away. Golden book journals that you can use for different things. I'm fairly new to junk journaling. I just started a couple of years ago. And so I am, really just getting my feet wet and learning how to do different things. Um, I have to take my time in learning things. Okay, and this is an offcut, so I don't have to worry about folding it. So I'm not going to fold it. But here are all my pieces that I've folded. Okay, got them all folded, and here they are. So I can put my scoreboard up and away, which is right over here by my side. Okay. Now, the only thing I have left I have to do is go through and put a stamp on each side of these. Put a stamp on each side of these. I didn't do that one right. It doesn't matter. I can go back and fold it like that. Yeah, all I have to do now is come back and put a stamp on each side of them so that I'll have something on each side. I could put a sticker on each side, um, a flower sticker or something like that on each side. But I think if I put a stamp on it, it'll be pretty neutral. It'll be pretty neutral. Hey, Teresa. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Teresa, I'm here making page tabs. And so I've already stamped these um, scrap pieces of cardstock and I cut them down in 2x2s, 20 size. I like that size. And then after I stamped them and I cut them down, then I scored them halfway on the scoreboard. And I just finished doing that. I folded them, put a score line on it, and folded them. And now I need to stamp and put a focal point on each side of them, like I did with these 20s right here. When I made these, I put the focal point on each side. That's a Coliseum or something like that. I put on that side. But what I did was when I opened it up and stamped it, it was big enough to go on both sides. So I didn't have to stamp both sides of that. So if I could find that stamp, that'll be good as well. It says Paris. And folded it in half. And now I got a focal point over there. And I have something over there, even though it's upside down. And then on this one, it's like I found this little welcome to stamp and put it on that side. And then on this side, I put the same thing. So there's like a focal point on each side showing through the background stamp that I already got on there. So yeah, I could, like I said, I could put flower stickers on there. Let me see how that would look if I put a flower on there. I don't have a flower small enough to go on there though. I could cut it. That would be cute. It would be going to the side. Hmm. A flower would be cute on there, but it would be going to sideways. I don't guess it would matter. If I put it that way, it wouldn't be quite long enough. Yeah, I don't have flowers small enough to go on these. No, I don't have anything small enough to go on it. No bird small enough. But wouldn't that be cute if I had some stickers small enough to go on there? That would be really cute. I could put anything on it. And maybe I'll just, wait. Maybe I could just wait. Um, I could put a sentiment on it. Since I don't have my sticker available right now, I could just wait. I'll put these in here. I could put these in here and I could just put them on there another time. And I'm gonna put these offcuts in here too because I can use them as smaller ones. I could use those as smaller ones. Let me put them in here. Okay, so there you have it, my friend. Okay, let's look in here and see if we were going to use one of those tabs, where would we put it? If we were going to use one of our page tabs. I know I hadn't got to the point where I'm picking and choosing page tabs yet, but say I wanted to use it in one of my journals. Would I put it on the page too that I've already decorated? Or would I put it on one of the pages of the book? I think I'd rather put it on one of the pages of the book because I hadn't decorated or done anything to the pages of the book yet. So I would definitely try to put this on without covering up the writing on the other side. I don't want to cover up the story. So I could probably put it about right there. And I could find my stamp to put on it later. I could stamp it even with it being right there. So I'm going to put some glue right here. This is how I would use it. Oh, you like the flower, Brenda? I know, but seem like it should be a little bit smaller to me. I liked it too, but I wish I had some smaller stickers. Let me put some glue on the other side. And that's how it would look right there. I like that. It adds dimension to the pages in the book. I'm gonna add a few more on there. I can come back later and find a focal point to go on there. I like that. Yeah, and if I put that flower on there, it won't be sideways because of the way um I did put that on upside down though, didn't I? Okay, I have to be more mindful of which way the alphabet are going. But when I put that focal point on there, if I put that flower on there, it wouldn't be going the wrong way because it would because it's no, the flower would work fine on there. Where is it? Here it is. That flower would work nice on there. Yep, I think I'm gonna put it on there too. Put it about right there. So I cut it off about right here. I have an issue with peeling off stickers. Look at there. They don't want to come easily sometimes. They don't want to easily come off. Come on off of there. Okay. That is cute on there. hmm I like that on there. How about that? Yeah, I like that on there. hmm Even though I put it on there upside down, it still can't really tell with that flower on it. I need to put one on the other side too because it's upside down. Let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, cover it up. Cover it up with something. That's too much flour. See if I can find another small one. Here's one. Yep. I'll put that on that side. Put a little glue over here. and put the sticker down. That's the other side. And that's that side. Okay. Nice sticker. I like this one best because I made it longer. I cut this one off kind of short, but I still like it. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Uh-huh. Let me find a place for another one. I like that. This is the centerfold. When should I put one on the centerfold? Why not? Let's put one on the centerfold. Put a nice one on the centerfold. Put an alphabet one on the centerfold. It could go right there. Yep, it can go right there. This is what I would do if I'm just sitting here working by myself. Just talking to myself and finding the right spot for something to go. Finding the right place. And then when I find it, I say, oh yeah, I like that. I like that. Now I'm going to put some glue on the other side. That string of glue. Gotta let that dry. Oh, I covered up the tiger's face. Right there, I covered the tiger's face. I wasn't paying attention. Wonder if it's too late to move it. I don't want to do too much to it. Okay. I took it off of some of his face. I sit there and covered up the tiger's face. I uncovered some of it so you can see that he is a tiger. Oh boy. A gum eraser will rub off the fabric tag. I don't have a gum eraser. I don't know what that is. A gum eraser. I sure do need one because I have shiny spots left over everywhere. That's what I need, a gum eraser. Where I can get that from? Amazon? The cheapest Dollar Tree eraser. Oh, a cheap Dollar Tree eraser is a gum eraser? Okay. Talking about those big red erasers. A cheap Dollar Tree eraser is a gum eraser. Well, I'd have to get me one of those. If it's gonna get rid of that shiny, because that's what my issue. I do have um that shiny glue residue left over. Okay. I don't even think I have an eraser in the house. But I will try an eraser. I'll find me an eraser. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love that. See how those page tabs look? I like the way that look. Mm-hmm. I like the way that look. Page tabs. They keep you from tearing up your book too. I like that. I wonder if I should put them on each. So when you turn the page tab, you know you're getting ready to read part of the story. I like that idea. I like the idea. When you turn the page tab, you're getting ready to read part of the story. Okay, so let's put one here then. I don't see where I would be harming anything if I put it right here. I won't harm anything if I put it right here. Turn it right side up and put it right there. Turn it right side up and put it right there. Save here first. Hey, Ella, Ella, Ella. Ella, Ella, Ella. Now, you all know you got to go over to see Ella over at Save Here First. She is a reseller, and you go over there and get you the best bargain ever. Quality items. She don't sell you no junk. Quality items. That is Ella, Ella, Ella. Ella, my friend. Yes. Okay, there's another one. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's do it again, y'all. Here's another page. Am I putting too many? It's not going to be too many. This is just the first signature. So I have 4 in the first signature, and I'll put about 4 in the last signature. That's not too many. What is too many? Who could say what is too many? Who can tell? Who can actually say what is too many? I don't have this one folded right. I'm going to have to refold it. Refold it. Okay, refold it. Then, yes, too many is too many is relative. What is too many? Hmm, too many is not in the vocabulary of a junk journal person. I'm going to stick that. Okay. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that but me. No one saw that but me. Okay. Now, oh yeah. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I just need that focal point on those and I'll be happy. I'll be happy then. Okay, so we have on that first signature. Let's go back and put them on this second signature and we'll be done. I think we'll be done for today for this session. Oh, all right. I don't want to cover up my tigers, especially one in the red jacket and the blue pants. I don't want to cover them up. I don't want to cover them up. I could put words on these. And as we can see, we could put stickers on them. Aren't those tigers nice? He has on the boy's pants, and he's wearing the boy's jacket. And he has that blue umbrella. And he has the, what is it on his ears? The gloves? That's when they started fighting. I think he has the gloves on his ears. I forget. I forgot the story. I read the story, but I forgot it. Let me see. What he got on his ears? His shoes. Okay. He got on his purple shoes on his ears. Okay. He's wearing the purple shoes on his ears. Okay, that's one. We're going to put number 2 up here. We're going to put number 2 right here. Right here. That little string of blue. Okay, we're going to put number 2 right there. Okay, number 2. This could be 3, and this could be 4. This could be 3. We'll put it right there. We'll put it right here. Cover up some of the words. We just have to imagine what those words are. We'll have to make up what those words are. And when he saw what was left, yeah, home from his work, yeah, we can imagine what those words are. I forgot what you call that reading strategy when you're reading and you just fill in the blank with the words. Let me see. That's 1, 2, 3. Guess we'll put this one way down here at the bottom. There goes some more words right there, though. We don't want it to be right down there at the bottom. Where we want it to be. That would be a good place for it, but no. We're not going to put it at the bottom. We're going to put it right here because I don't want to cover up the words. I want to cover up the words, so I'll put it right here. Put it right here. Okay. And then we'll get the other side. Got that side. Thank you. Yeah, they are cool. They are cool. I'm just about halfway through with this journal too, Brenda. I hadn't even done the page edges or finished all the pockets and added all the tags or anything like that. Still working on it. Okay, so I got all the tabs in today, and I'm happy about that. I'm not happy that I didn't put the focal point on it. I'll have to do that off camera. What else can I do since I do have these 2 pieces and I wanted to add this fabric. This is burlap. I was going to add pockets to the back. I think it'll go good with that pocket. Gonna add that back here and to the front. If I can get it cut straight. For some reason, my eyes don't want to cut it straight. Or is it just the way it goes? Maybe I should pull it. Let's see. Is it straight now? I don't think it's going to get straight. because of the way that it is. I don't think it's going to get straight. So we're just going to use this piece of burlap. I want to go ahead and put it back here. I can put some, I was trying to avoid putting lace in this book. So maybe I'll put a piece of ribbon or something down on it. I don't know, because it said the boy and the tigers. I don't know why I felt like it just didn't need lace because it said the boy and the tiger. Am I being, am I wrong for that? I don't know. Am I being wrong for that? Thinking that because it says the boy and the tigers, it doesn't need lace. Lace would be inappropriate. You never can tell. Okay, so how was I going to put this in here this way? I don't know. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I mean, it says a boy on a page with a girl. Well, maybe like this page where it says his mother was working over here. Because I think that's the only page with a girl on it. I could put some lace over here with her. I see what you're saying. Because there aren't any girls in this book anywhere else. But I have this piece of lace right here. Let me take that out. That should go over here with the mother. That could go over here with the mother. I didn't make this, by the way. Laura Beth made this for me in 2025. In July of 2025. She made this tag for me. Isn't it pretty? It's very pretty. But it has a piece of lace on it. So I'll put this over here with this girl. This, and I'll put this one back here. Well, it has a girl right there too. The mother is back in the picture back here. So I wasn't wrong for having that there. Because the mother is back in the picture making pancakes right there. So I could put lace there as well. It's something new I learned today. Boys, rick rack, or pom pom trim. You know, I was thinking about pom pom trim. I really was thinking about some pom pom trim on here. Because I do have some, I think, left over from Christmas when I used it in a Christmas book. I think I got some white, some green, and some red. And a little red. A little red would be cute. Or some white. Or some green would be cute. I gotta find it. I do got some pom-pom trim left over somewhere. So there's a pocket. I have to put something over that to make an easy entrance. And I want to put this other one in here, and then I'm going to go and put this one in. Now, if I put it in like this, it'll be an easy entrance. Well, how come I didn't put the other one in like that? Hmm. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in like that. Put this one in like that. I don't know what my fabric tag is trying to do right now. I don't know what it's trying to do. Maybe it's trying to run out. I usually use art glitter glue, but I thought I would try this fabric tack this time. And I do love it. I do love it. I love how quickly it grabs. I love how quickly it grabs. Okay. Let that dry. And we'll have another pocket right there. Okay. Rick Rack and Pum Pum, thank you so much. You've been such a great help for me today. I have learned some things. And by me being a new junk journaler, that is a blessing to me to come out here and learn something. So I appreciate you so very much. Kelsey Jones, thank you for helping me out in the live today. Thank you, everybody else, for coming. Brenda, and I appreciate seeing you again today. And for Ella, thank you for coming by. Thank you, Teresa and Joshua. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you so very much. Aisha that came by, thank you so very much. I'm going back through the chat and calling these names. Life with Tashiria, make sure you go over there and get your exercise in. Thank you so much, Belinda, for coming in. Thank you. The Butt Files, thank you, Georgia Girl. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you so very much. And whoever else came in and I didn't call your name, Motion, thank you for coming. And I appreciate you so much. I love you all. I want you to stay in touch with each other. Make sure you stay in contact with each other. Go and visit each other. And let's just keep this community growing. I appreciate you so very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.